My name is Rebecca. I am 28 years old. I have a boyfriend. His name is Clark. He is 29 years old. I thought Clark was my person. He was charming, confident, always knew what to say. He even proposed to me with a ring. I said yes without hesitating. I thought we were building something real. I was wrong. It all fell apart on one ordinary day. I was with Clark when his father walked in. His name was Mr. Walter. He was a powerful man with cold eyes. Clark asked his father for money. He said he needed it for his fiancée, me. But then another girl walked in. She looked at Clark the same way I did, with love, with trust. She called herself his fiancée too. I froze. I could not breathe. There were two of us, maybe more, and Clark just stood there. No explanation, no apology, just silence. Mr. Walter looked at his son with disgust. He had seen enough. He told Clark he was done. No more money, no more support. And then Mr. Walter looked at me, not with pity, but with respect. But I couldn't feel anything anymore. My heart was already breaking into pieces. My legs felt weak. I was losing myself. And then someone caught me. Strong arms, a calm voice. Easy, I've got you. You're safe. I looked up. It was Mr. Walter, Clark's father. He held me like I mattered. Mr. Walter said, "Calm down, Rebecca. You're safe. Do you hear me?" I heard him, and for the first time that day, I felt something other than pain. I felt safe. Mr. Walter went back inside. I could hear him and Clark arguing. He told Clark he didn't recognize his own son anymore, that what Clark had become was shameful. Clark tried to explain, to apologize, but his father stopped him. He said, "Don't call me father again. I'm Mr. Walter to you now." He cut him off completely. No money, no access, nothing. Mr. Walter told Clark that if he wanted forgiveness, he had to earn it from me. Not from him, from me. I was just a girl standing outside. But somehow I had become the one who held Clark's future in her hands. Mr. Walter brought me inside. He was gentle but quiet. He asked the housekeeper to show me to a room. Hot shower, clean clothes, waiting for me. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know why he was being so kind, but I was too tired to ask questions. When I came downstairs, the table was set. We sat together, just me and Mr. Walter. He was different from his son. He told me stories about Clark as a child. We both laughed. Mr. Walter asked me about my life. I told him about moving from one rented apartment to another, how I always dreamed of having my own home, a real home with a family. Mr. Walter smiled when I said that. He said, "Do you trust me, Rebecca?" I looked at him for a moment. I said, "More than anyone right now." Mr. Walter took me into a room I hadn't seen, and there it was, a beautiful piano. Mr. Walter sat down beside me, and we played together. In that moment, I forgot everything. The ring, the other girl, Clark, all of it disappeared. Then the door opened. Clark walked in. He saw us at the piano. His face changed. He pulled me away and gave me a box. It was full of expensive diamonds. Clark said, "This is for you, Rebecca, because you're my girlfriend." I stared at him. I said, "Says who? I never gave you a second chance." Clark laughed like this was all a game. He said I had a pretty face and a nice body, but that I should look at myself. Fancy house, expensive jewelry. Clark said any girl would be lucky to have him, that he was like a lottery ticket. Maybe Clark was right. Maybe I was nothing. I walked away before he could see me cry. Mr. Walter found me in the hallway. He looked at me and said, "Rebecca, did he hurt you?" I said nothing. Then he said, "Do you like me, Rebecca? I need to know." I looked at him. This man who had caught me when I fell, who had fed me dinner, who had treated me like I was worth something. I said, "Yes, Mr. Walter, you drive me insane." That night, everything changed between us. The next morning, Clark came downstairs. He saw me with his father. Clark looked surprised. He told me the truth. His father had made a deal with him. Win Rebecca back and the money and access would be restored. I turned to Mr. Walter. I said, "Is that true?" Mr. Walter said nothing. My heart stopped. Was I just a part of their plan? I felt angry. I grabbed my things. I said, "I'm leaving. Don't try to stop me." But Mr. Walter stopped me. Not with words, not with money. He told Clark to leave. He told the housekeeper to start packing his own things. Then he turned to me. Mr. Walter said, "This house is yours, Rebecca. I'm giving it to you and I'll leave." I stared at him. I said, "What?" He said, "You wanted a home. This is yours." He wasn't buying me. He wasn't making a deal. He was giving up everything for me with nothing expected in return. Tears filled my eyes. I said, "I want you to stay." Mr. Walter looked at me. He said, "I have nothing to give you." I said, "You already gave me everything. You gave me my dream." Mr. Walter was quiet for a moment. Then he said, "There is one more thing I want to give you." I said, "What, my love?" Mr. Walter held my hand and sat beside me. He said, "Nothing more. I just want to stay." And for the first time, that was enough. There are men who seem like Prince. They talk big. They promise the world. And then they vanish on their white horse. And there are men who, without a single word, make you a queen just by staying by your side. Clark taught me what love is not. His father showed me what love actually is. My name is Rebecca, and this is my love story. If you liked this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.